Let's continue now with our discussion. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, in our program, we still miss some portion because when we try to, what they call this one, run, let's say you had here like that, and then the output will actually appear in here. It's because we added this option as the users enter the username. It will get that value and print the value entered by the user here, same as with the password. Now we need to add some validation into our password. Okay, let's try to close this one. Now in this option we need to define. Okay, it's important to indicate, okay, predefine username and password for validation, this option. So I tried to put this one, the variable name was username, a valid username. Oops, it should be admin. Okay, valid password. Then I'm gonna call this one as, try to put some space. Oops. Okay, it's a spacing. Okay, just one space. And this is password 123. Okay, then we will try to make a validation by using an if else condition. So we need to check here, check if the entered username and password matches the predefined. Values. Okay, so here put if username equals to valid username and password equals to valid password. Okay, colon. Then we put here, let's say gonna print successfully log in. Okay, if in case the password and username is incorrect, then we have to put a message called invalid username and password. Okay, let's try to run that one. Let's try to run. Okay, there you are. And here, and the password, let's say any password. So it will say invalid password. So therefore, this portion is actually false. Now it tried to execute this part of the code because the password entered is SDSSL, which is not not equal. Therefore, the result is username is invalid. Okay, that's username is invalid. It's clear. Let's try to close this one. Okay, what we wanted is actually display excuse me. What we wanted is actually display a message box instead of that. So we will try to replace this print with the word message box. Then what they want to display, it's like show an information. There's a command called show info. Then we put here the message successful login. Now if we want to put a title on the window, we have to create another code here. We call it one success login. Okay, now for the invalid username, we can also use message box, that instead of using show info, we're going to use show error, so that the icon that will appear would be X. Alright, now to put the title, add a comma, say error message. What can I type it, right? Okay, this one is better. Okay, let's try to run this one. Run. Okay, let's see. So you can see the output. Now when I click login, it display username, password is invalid. Okay, therefore this part of the code has been performed. Okay, this part of the code has been performed, and this show error message is referring to this icon, and this error message word will actually display in here, and the invalid username password will appear this way. Okay, now you might be wondering what we added into our code. I'll take it. So assuming I forgot to add this one. Okay, I said let's try to run again. Okay, if you noticed here, I get an error. Message box is not defined. Okay, therefore this command, this one will only function. The show a message box command will only work if you will add this library into your code. So it's important to add that one. Okay, now let me add this one. Okay, run again. Admin password 123. So successfully log in. So I had here the successfully login message. Now for us to hide this password 123, we can just edit our code here in the entry option. I think we can modify that password entry. Here we will try to add show equals to asterisk, comma. We need to add this part in our code in the password entry, the show command. It means it will